I want to say all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah. Double honors to the elder apostles of Israel who rule well. Salutations to the Akim out there in the hedges and the gaps and in the highways and the byways pushing this truth and sincerity. Even on the internet highway, I want to say salutations to the Akim and peace and blessings to the elect of the house of Israel who are out there in the four corners of the earth. This will be a two-part series, okay, because I don't want to make it too long, so I'm going to just break it up into two parts. This lesson is going to be concerning the mark of the beast, and if the Most High will, if Yahweh Shah will, that I may edify the Akim that be in the know, edify the Akim that be not in the know as of yet, but ordain to receive this truth as we have received it. All right, let me go. I want to go into this article first. If you can see it, wait till they come in. And this is the New York Times in the technology section. And it reads, microchip implants for employees. One company says yes. All right. And I'm read a few of these paragraphs. And I'm going to try to skim through as much as I can. This is by Maggie Oster, who did the report, July 25th, 2017. All right. And it reads, at first blush, it sounds like the talk of a conspiracy theorist. A company implanted microchips under employees' skin, but it's not a conspiracy. And employees are lining up for the opportunity. So they want it. They want it because it's going to be the new hot thing, okay? It's going to be the new hot thing, just like when cell phones hit the block, okay? You know, I'm an older gentleman. Well, I'm not a gentleman. Slock, I take that back. I'm an older brother, okay? I'm around when before beepers, all right? But it's going to be the new hot thing, just like cell phones when they hit the block, all right? And it reads on August 1st, employees at 3 Square Market, a technology company in Wisconsin, can choose to have a microchip the size of a grain of rice injected between their thumb and their index finger. Once that is done, any tax involving RFID technology, swiping into the office building, paying for food in the cafeteria, can be accomplished with a wave of the hand. That's going to be the hot shit. That you could just get in your car, that you could just go to the store and just do your food up, you know. The program is not mandatory, but as of Monday, more than 50 out of 80 employees at 3 Square's headquarters in River Falls, Wisconsin, had volunteered. So we already see that they want this, you know, they want this to happen. It was pretty much 100% yes right from the get-go for me, said Sam Bingston, a software engineer. In the next 5 to 10 years, this is going to be something that isn't scoffed at so much or is more normal. So I like to jump on the bandwagon with these kind of things early, just to say that I have it. All right, Mr. Sam Bingston, he said the next 5 to 10 years. I hope he's not right, because I don't want the next 5 to 10 years to come to this place. I want the next 5 to 10 years to be in the kingdom. All right. I hope he's not prophesying correctly, because 5 or 10 years with the way shit going out here, Lord, please don't let the next 5, 10 years come. Bring this speedily. We cry every day. The next paragraph says John Crossan, another software engineer, and Melissa Timmons, the company's sales director, were more hesitant. Mr. Crussell, who said he was excited about the technology but leery of an implanted device, might get a ring with a chip instead. So he might get the ring. So if you think you're going to get the ring and you're safe, I don't think Esau going to be with that, you know. All right? I don't think Esau going to be with that. You just getting the ring and you think you're safe because you didn't get it implanted. And the scripture says implanted. We're going to go into that word, very much so. Because it's new, I don't know enough about it yet, Miss Timmons said. I'm a little nervous about implanting something into my body. Still, I think it's pretty exciting to be part of something new like this, she said. I know down the road it's going to be the next big thing, and we're on the cutting edge of it. So they're looking forward to this thing. The program, a partnership between 3 Square Market and the Swedish company Biohacks International, is believed to be the first of its kind in the United States. But it has already been done at a Swedish company, Epicenter, It's a lot. It raises a variety of questions, both privacy and health related. Companies often claim that these chips are secure and encrypted. And Alessandro Acquisti, a professor of information technology and public policy at Carnegie Mellon University's Hines College, but encrypted is a pretty vague term, he said, which could include anything from a truly secure product to something that is easily hackable. Another potential problem, Dr. Acquisti said, is that technology designed for one purpose may later be used for another. A microchip implanted today to allow for easy building access and payments could, in theory, be used later in more invasive ways to track the length of employees, bathroom or lunch breaks, for instance, without their consent or even their knowledge. All right. Once they are implanted, it's very hard to predict or stop a future widening of their usage, Dr. Acquisti said. Okay, I don't care to say his name correctly. Todd Westby, the chief executive of 3 Square, emphasized that the chip's capabilities were limited. All it is an RFID chip reader. That's all it is. It's just a mark of the beast. That's all it is. It's just a mark of the beast. I mean, hell, it's just a mark of the beast, right? All right. Nobody can track you with it, Mr. Westby added. Your cell phone does 100 times more reporting of data than does an RFID chip. No big deal, right? You get a mark of the beast, you get burnt the hell up. No big deal. You go against the Most High. No big deal. Because probably these are Edomites, and guess what? If they're not Edomites, they probably a wicked ass Jake. All right. Health concerns are more difficult to assess. Implantable, slop. I'm kind of sweaty here because I am in the bathroom doing this video. Alright. Health concerns are more difficult to assess. Implantable radio frequency transponder systems, the technical name for the chips, were approved by the Food and Drug Administration in 2004. They were already approved. They just waited for the moment to move on you, Jake. Okay? So Jake, wake up. They wait for the moment to move on you. Alright? For medical uses, but in rare cases, according to the FDA, the implantation site may become infected. Won't they have a sore on their hand, as according to the scriptures? They're going to have a sore on their hand. People are going to identify you as having a chip because you're going to have a rash, a sore. It's going to create sores because that's radioactive, all right? It's going to be radioactive. It's going to be biohazard for your ass to have some type of computer thing in your body. But let's move on. All right? Or the chip may migrate elsewhere in the body. Yes, it may move. All right? It might get in your right hand. It may end up in your forehead. It might get in your right hand. It may end up in your buttocks, your derriere, or your heart. Pierce your heart. Perhaps it should pierce your heart because you're dead already if you get that thing, you know. Dewey Whalen, general manager of 3 Square, emphasized that the chips are FDA approved and removable. I'm going to have it implanted in me, and I don't see any concerns, he said. While their sentiment is not universal at the 3 Square, the response among employees was mostly positive because they want this thing, bro. Much to my surprise, when we had our initial meeting to ask if this was something we wanted to look at doing, it was an overwhelming majority of people that said yes, because they looking forward to this thing. They want it. They actually want this chip in their ass. All right. It says, Mr. Westby said, noting that he had expected more reluctance, he expected people to say no. It exceeded my expectations. Friends, they want to be chipped. They want to be chipped. My whole family is being chipped. My sons, my wife, and myself. If the devices are going to be introduced anywhere, Mr. Whalen noted, employees like 3 Squares might be most receptive. We are a technology company when all is else is said and done, and they're excited about it, he said. They see that this is the future. All right? They see that this is the future, man. So they want to be chipped, man. And that's pretty much the end of the article. I want to go into one scripture, and I'm going to bring out the scripture in the second part of this video, as I said before. And I'm going to bring out a well known scripture because we all looking for this to go down. Alright? And I'll probably reiterate it when I bring out the second part. And this is Revelation. Alright? Revelation 13 and 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. Now the image of the beast is actually the ways of the beast. Okay? The ways of the beast. And that beast is going to be talking about the UN, NATO. Actually the beast is Esau doing his shit. We talking about the shadow government, so to speak, for lack of a better term. We know Esau is in control of the world as far as Job the 9th chapter. Alright? You don't necessarily have to be living in America. As a matter of fact, those hierarchy, Illuminati, okay, people do not live in America. Alright? But they are controlling America from afar. Alright? It's Esau time. Let's face it, it's Esau time. So, we continue on. That the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So it's going to come a time that if you don't want to worship the image of the beast, if you don't want to fall into the ways, all right, of the image of the beast, not the ways of America, because America is just part of Babylon. It's just a leg or an arm or a finger, all right, or an elbow if you like that, all right. They should be killed because you adverse to what they want to do. They want to enslave everyone, all right. They want to be as the Most High, but they cannot be. 16th verse of Revelation, the 13th chapter. And he calls us all, both small and great, whether you're a poor man, whether you're a rich man. All right? Rich and poor. Okay, so like I take that back. Small and great, whether you be known in the streets or be known in this world, whether you are Denzel Washington or a Lil Wayne or whatever, because I don't even watch that crap. But whatever you are, all right? Whether you great or whether you be small, nobody knows who you are. All right? Rich or poor, whether you got it or whether you don't got it. I'm talking about your FRNs, all right? Free and bond to receive a mark in their right hand or their forehead, all right? So whether you want to receive that mark, and they got to say forehead because some people are paraplegic or quadriplegic, they don't have hands. But you always got a head, right? Got to have a head. If you don't have a head, you dead. So you're going to get that. Hopefully you don't get it. And I'm talking to the brothers that be in the know and that be not in the know as ordained to receive this truth as we have received it. To receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. 17th verse of Revelation 13 chapter. And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Alright? Now the name of the beast and the number of his name is also going back to the mark. Because if you have his name, you're going to bear the mark. If you have the number of his name, you're going to bear the mark. Either which way you're going to bear the mark because you're down with him and you for them. Alright? So it doesn't matter either way. Alright? You're going to have to get that mark. Especially if you're not known in the streets. Alright? If you're not known in the streets, you're going to get that. Shalom.